All right, Shalom. This is Har1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim La Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahushai Ba Hashem Harakak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, Nakwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is a quick video from today. The title is Russia Fires 3 Missiles During Strategic Nuclear Exercise. Strategic Nuclear Exercise. Matter of fact, I'm going to start off with a precept. Alright, this is Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle, and this is a battle, this is a a battle of nations from around the world called World War III. All right, the War of Armageddon. So like Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, like Braveheart or the movie 300. People fight battles up close. All right, but then in these times, modern warfare is like I think they got a game out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But the modern war and battle is with missiles, and they're moving into a new era. All right, because we were in the age of the nuclear age has kicked off ever since World War II. We've entered the nuclear age. But now we're entering a stage within that age of tactical nukes. Tactical nukes, where they can use nukes and direct them towards a certain area, a certain residence, trajectory, you know. Do smaller levels of destruction, because the major ICBMs, the ICBMs, they go from one country to the next. They'll leave so much radiation that it can destroy a whole city. So what Putin is doing, he's moving into the realm of being able to destroy a whole building or vicinity with those nukes, but not destroy the whole city or country, which is going to lead to them using the Satan 2, the Yars missile. I think that's what this is. They're about to show. And those missiles can take out a whole city. So they got ones that can take out a whole block or a vicinity or area, and then they have ICBMs that can take out a whole portion of a city through not only through the destruction and the heat and the blast, but also through the radiation that will be left over from what do you call that? A damn nuclear winter. All right, that's what it would bring about: nuclear winter, nuclear fallout. So Isaiah 9 and 5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. So if they had a world war with just garments rolled in blood and swords, it would be a small battle. Probably many soldiers, but it would be in a small vicinity of a country, like the old battles were, in the Battle of Megiddo, the Battle of Carchemish, the Battle of Siddim, which was called the First World War with Abraham. So, or the First Regional War, you want to call it that. All right, so now, Now we're moving into the stage of a world war to where they can shoot missiles from one country to the next. All right. Um, it says what? But this war shall be with burning and fuel of fire, with radiation, man, toxicity, nuclear fallout, uranium, plutonium, and with burning, so the fire from those missiles. All right, to bring about what? This is Jeremiah 50 and 25. Yahweh have opened his armory, man. You got an armory. The Most High had probably endless choices he could choose from. But he said, what will I use to appease my wrath in that realm on earth? I'm gonna use missiles. I'm gonna have them shoot missiles on each other from one country to the next. An arrow, a strong bow like from a warrior. I'm gonna have it burn them up down to the damn soul. All right. I want it to be nuclear. And they say fire is the best cleansing agent and one of the worst ways to go out besides hunger. All right. Jeremiah 50 and 25. Yahweh have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, man. So this is that land that was, established by those banking elites over there in Europe. So now it says here, where was that? Let's go to something else real quick. I get this precept too. Jeremiah 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. So all these people that have, scriptures say, all these that bend the bow, shoot at her. So if you have the ability to shoot ICBMs at this country, aka Babylon, the Lord is going to use those countries to shoot those ICBMs at this place. And it said 200 million, which I believe to be warheads, but 200 million missiles are going to hit this place. All right, 29. It says, call together the archers against Babylon. So all these nations are coming together. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. So at some point they're going to lay siege against this place. They haven't done that yet. But you see Russia's camped out in South America, or which would say Cuba. All right, so they are going to be, soon you're going to hear about North Korea pulling up. You may hear about China pulling up. All right, having submarines with nuclear capability, or having their missiles pointed straight at this place. That's what North Korea said. That's what Russia's saying. They're gonna have their ICBMs pointed right at Babylon. Camp against it round about. That means to lay siege against this place. And everybody about to understand and see what that feels like for a country to lay siege against this place, man. That's gonna be some scary shit. Let none thereof escape. Nobody gonna be able to escape from what's coming. You're not gonna be able to run to another land in that day. Recompense her. So Russia not gonna show up and say, "Hey, we're gonna evacuate you, civilians." Now, by that time, they're gonna want to destroy this place. Recompense her according to her work. See, all that America doing. Look at what America's doing through Netanyahu over there in Gaza and Hamas and all these different countries. And Lebanon, Beirut. Look what Israel's doing. Is not Israelis. It says, recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done, do unto her. For she have been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel, right? So as America has done, the Lord gonna have these nations do the same thing to this place. All right, check this out. Because it said, as she have done, do unto her. So as America has done to these nations, as they've done in World War II with the ICBMs, and not only that, but they've done to the children of Israel, the, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, what they've done to us here. So the Lord is waging war against them for that, against this place, against the rulers, against the citizens of this place. Even if it's Jake's, let none of them escape. Right? If they're not of the elect. While they're having their Babylonian elections with confusion, the Most High is having his election in righteousness. Revelations 13:6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahweh, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. When did they do that? 1955. America started saying, in God we trust. Right? One nation under God. Pushing the fake ideals or image of Cesare Borgia. Really pushing that image in Christianity, democracy. Well, especially with Eisenhower. Dropping those Hiroshima and Nagasaki ICBMs, atomic bombs. All right, Revelation 13:7, and it was given unto him, unto America, to make war with the saints, man, with the Israelites. That's why we had civil rights movement, because they were going to war against us, and their system is still set up against us to keep us underfoot, to keep us bowed down. All right, and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. So that we've been, what was Martin Luther King saying? We shall overcome someday, because we've been overcome. They conquered us, man. But they're not going to conquer Yahushua. The scriptures say there's going to be war in heaven when Yahushua comes to deliver his people. And they're going to try to overcome him, but they're going to fail. They're going to try to overcome him, man, but they're not going to succeed. You see it in all the war movies, all the movies. America always winning, right? Pushing their agenda. You go to China, China always winning in their movies. America always winning. Godzilla, King Kong, any foreign invader, America comes to the rescue and wins. But that ain't gonna happen. This ain't the movies. This is the Lord's theater. Yahweh. Alright? So it was given to this place to make war against us. That's one strike against them. And the blasphemy. Alright? What was that? Let me go here. There you go. This is Revelations 13:12. And he exercised it, so America used all the power of the first beast before him, so the Roman Empire. So the proof of that, you could look at the Patriot Act with September 11th. And with 1955 with Eisenhower. America started calling themselves a God-fearing nation so they can get funding from the Roman Catholic Church. At that time, Russia was known as an atheist or whatever country, communist, more political based. So now, all right. So he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. They used all the resources and power from Europe, and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship or submit to the Roman Empire, right, to the EU, whose deadly wound was healed, right, with the revising of the Roman Empire through America and NATO and the EU. And he doeth great wonders. So this was a wonder um, when they brought in those Temanites, people like, uh, what's the dude name, man? I forget his damn name all the time. First you got Einstein, and you got Oppenheimer. And they came about with the understanding of um, atomic energy, and then placing it with plutonium and putting it into a capsule, a projectile called a missile. That was the Most High putting those thoughts into their minds to develop this for their own judgment in the last days. All right. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That's through their magic. They're on the left hand side. That's what magic is. You walk up, you see a spark in their hand, like, look at the magic. Nah, it's coming from something that clicked and made a spark. Ours, we're gonna call fire down from the sky, literally controlling the elements like Elijah did, or the angel's gonna send down fire, or the Lord will give us that power to send down fire or lightning. But them, they had to come up with something carnal on the left hand side. You know, acting like they're God. At that point, that's when people started calling themselves God upon earth, because they could destroy a whole country in a matter of an hour or minutes through ICBM missiles. Those are called deterrents. We're moving into the nuclear stage now, not the nuclear age. We already been in the nuclear age, but they got deterrents against each other to deter the other country from attacking with their nukes. Meaning, it's called assured mutual destruction. And now Iran is about to enter that understanding between the countries, because they're going to declare themselves as a nuclear powered country real soon. All right. So America brought down fire in World War II, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which allegedly put a pause on World War III. All right. So now let's keep going. Okay, so they made fire come down from heaven, them ICBM missiles. They did it. All right. But it's really all part of the Most High's plan. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Jeremiah 50:24. I have laid a snare for thee. So the Lord laid these snares in the earth. These are traps that the Lord laid in the earth in this realm for Esau and 2/3 and these heathens. And thou art also taken in that snare. They took the bait, man, through their greed, through their desire that they enlarge as hell, bringing hell upon earth, through their desire for power and their evil ways. They've fallen for the trap, the snare. And thou art also taken. So the Lord has caught the hunter in the snare, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh. See, that's where it really started, when they came against the Lord, coming up with these blasphemies, pushing Christianity, Cesare Borgia, going to war against the Lord's people, trying to cast our bands asunder so that our name wouldn't be in the earth anymore, and the destruction that they're bringing upon earth through their innovations. All right. So yeah, this was the other day. It says Russia fires 3 missiles during strategic nuclear exercise. Strategic, that's the point. And then you got North Korea testing their nukes. You got China doing nuclear tests. You got Iran allegedly doing a nuclear test. You got Israel moving into the arena of lasers, the era of lasers. Some Star Wars shit, man. This is what times we in. This is what the Most High envisioned, man. This is exciting, right? So, yeah, this is what the ancient prophets saw in their visions, and the visions that were given to them. Glowing. Let me get that real quick. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 40. For if I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever, if I whet my glittering sword, right, and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies, and I will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood. That's what he mean, make the arrows wet, glittering sword wet. Meaning he'll wet them with blood. So if you see a sword and it's shining first, and then the next thing you know, when they pull that sword back, or once it's done its damage, there's gonna be blood all over that sword. Alright? Um, that goes into the destruction of this place. Behind it, before it is the Garden of Eden. Behind it is nothing but a desert. Like a turning of the page. All right, so it says what? I will make my arrows, so these are the Lord's arrows, drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy. That just be the beginning of it, because the revenge is going to continue into the kingdom with slavery. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people. So even the land of Israel is going to turn into a glass parking lot, a desert. But the Lord going to show mercy to our land by putting us back into that land and building it back up. And he's going to show mercy to the people, the elect of Israel, and Israelites into the kingdom when the Lord builds us back up and delivers us. Whew. But first, the Lord's going to make his arrows drunk with blood. This is Isaiah 34 and 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's the nuclear fallout and mushroom clouds. All right. Once you see a mushroom cloud, you know it's something nuclear, toxic involved in that explosion, and it's going to rain down radiation. And all their hosts shall fall down, all their satellites, all their missiles, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. So you see a sword. All right. So to see a sword, and it's going up, and that's a sword right there. Back in the ancient times, our people saw it as a sword, or they were naming things that were related to cattle or related to common things that they saw at that time, during that modern time, that modern age, 2,000 years ago, times of Jeremiah, Isaiah, 740 BC, 627 BC with Jeremiah. You know, they were picturing Revelation 75 AD with John the Revelator to 95 AD. All right, so when they saw this in the sky, they was like, phew, they saw tanks, they saw soldiers, lasers, missiles being shot. They're like, what the hell? Arrow, like an arrow in the sky that destroyed and burnt the skin off of people in other countries. They said it's going to be bathed in heaven. What happens when you take a bath? You're in there for a long time. So these missile tests, they go right up and they come right back down. But when they shoot them off, they're going to shoot them off for kilometers from one country all the way to the next. Take about 30 minutes or so to get here, 15 minutes. As long as you take a bath. So it's gonna be bathed in the Shemayim, meaning they're gonna be shot into the sky. They're gonna touch the sky. They're not just made to look pretty and and to show off or be a deterrent. Nope. The Lord said they're gonna be used one day. All right. It's Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall. So it's gonna be up in the heavens, in the Shemayim, the waters, for a long time. And then what? It shall come down upon Idumea. This place Babylon is Idumea today. All right, the stronghold and establishment of Edom, the staff of the wicked, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, and upon 2/3 in these heathens, not only Esau. The sword of Yahweh is what? Filled with blood. He said, I will make my sword drunk with blood. Filled with blood, man. Meaning it's going to be covered in blood. Meaning these missiles are going to destroy a lot of people. It is made fat with fatness. Meaning it's going to increase. The word fatness goes into increase. With the slain. The scriptures say the slain of the Lord shall be many. It's going to increase the destruction upon the earth. And with the blood of lambs and goats, with their leaders, right? Politicians, preachers, government leaders, judges, right? Generals. And with the fat of kidneys of rams, see their leaders, presidents. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra. And this place is going to be like a sacrifice. He said their destruction is going to be as the fat of lambs, like a sacrifice. All right? It will go up in the smoke. And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them. So the unicorn represents something that's lifted up, or that's a spectacle. All right? So everything's going to come crashing down and be destroyed in this place. And the people. And the bullocks with the bulls. So all their leadership is going to be destroyed. And their land shall be soaked with blood. If you go in Russia, they got a saying. They say you shall become part of the soil. All right. So this land is going to be soaked with blood, man. You can look at Hiroshima and Nagasaki for that. They had shadows that were burned into the concrete. And their dust made fat with fatness. So the ground is going to be what? Made increase with blood and destruction and dead bodies. All right? For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. For what they did to us, man. Goes back to Revelations. When they went out to make war with us, now they're making war with all the nations on the earth. And you think you're going to continue in that? Nah, the Lord about to put an end to that. He said he appointed their bounds that they cannot pass. All right, Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city, man. So this place is full of bloodshed. It is full of lies and robbery. And the prey departeth not. All right, the prey departeth not, man. See that? So they enlarge their desires as hell, and they still not satisfied to this day. They still preying on us. P-R-E-A-E-Y. So like it, preying on us. Preying upon us. Feasting on us. All right, on our destroyed situation. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. What's that? Nahum heard the sound of Nebuchadnezzar and these Assyrians coming against the land of Israel. But this is prophetic today of preparations of war of these other nations coming against America. All right, America's spiritually Nineveh now. So Nahum was prophesying about Babylon coming against Assyria. All right. But so today we use this scripture as a prophecy of Russia and them showing off their weapons and preparing for war against spiritual Nineveh America. All right, what do you call it? Military drills, missile tests, showing off their deterrence. All right, so the noise and of jumping chariots, man, meaning like, yo, they ready. You can hear the army coming. The horsemen lifteth up both the bright sword, so those in power are lifting up the bright sword, man, and the glittering spears. When they lift it up, they're like, yeah, we ready. Look at this. What Pastor Troy say, we ready, we ready. Yep, they say they ready for y'all. They're lifting up the bright sword and the glittering spear. They're saying this is the direction. This is our stance. This is our deterrent. They're saying they're going to use these nuclear level missiles to not only back America off and its allies, but to destroy them. It says, what? The horsemen have lifted up the bright sword and the glittering spear. So they're giving their warning right now. And there is a multitude of slain. There's going to be a multitude of slain individuals on this earth from the destruction. And a great number of carcasses. See, when the missiles hit this place, it's going to be a great number of carcasses, not just a regular war or a battle that would happen with up close swords and garments rolled in blood. There will be mass casualties, but not as much as there will be with these ICBMs. And a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, man. All right? Because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, man. They sold us. And families through her witchcrafts. Man, this is coming, man. All right? This is Isaiah 55:10. For as the rain cometh down, the Most High controls that whole process, controlling what happens in the heavens, giving his command, and then it passes through the heavens, through the angels, through space weather. Space weather controls the troposphere, tropical weather on the earth. That tropical weather causes rain or lightning in our realm. So the same way the Most High gives out commands to the angels, Revelation chapter 7, and they do divine intervention and bring about the Lord's prophecies in this realm. So it says here, so as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. All right? For the harvest. So this destruction is going to bring about the harvest. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. All right, so he says the rain comes down, same way his judgment and his word gonna go out, and it's gonna accomplish what the Lord pleases in the earth. He opened his armory so it can appease his wrath. Amos 5:24. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream, man. So it's gonna be the judgment is what he's talking about, bringing it down like rain upon the earth. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna play this video. So it says Russia fires 3 missiles during strategic nuclear exercise, man. This thing is about to go nuclear, and lasers and shit like that. They're going into a new era. says on October 29th, Russia Ministry of Defense announced the launch of 3 intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, man. And they've been having problems with these missiles, but now it's shit like a well-oiled machine. It says as part of a strategic nuclear forces exercise. So they got a whole nuclear force. The Yars missile was fired from Plesetsk Cosmodrome toward the Kura test range. Just like World War II, man, they were testing missiles. Alright, on the Kankakta Peninsula. Additionally, 2 missiles, Seneva and Bulava, were launched from submarines. So they got them from submarines as well, man. Shoo-wee. Underscoring Russia's nuclear capabilities and operational readiness. All right, so they can send those missiles from submarines right at this place, or they can send them from their land and shoot them right at this place. All right, so when a country can't get close, they'll send out those missiles, ICBMs. If they can't do that, they'll send out a aircraft carrier. And with aircraft carriers, there's always at least under 6, at least, submarines around it. Nuclear powered, now nuclear ready for war.